From the source, click on Detroit. Mackinac Island. Thought to be the most haunted place in Michigan, Mackinac Island has tours devoted to the most ghost-ridden locales. From the Grand Hotel, built upon the first military post cemetery, to Fort Mackinac, explored by Sci-Fi Channel's ghost hunters, to Mission Point, haunted by the ghost of a young man who shot himself after heartbreak, Mackinac Island is a paranormal investigator's dream destination. With a rich, violent, and colorful history, Mackinac Island is a prime candidate for hauntings. The island essentially amounts to a huge Native American burial ground where a military fort was built and a lot of people were killed. The Grand Hotel is one of the hot spots for paranormal activity. Legend says construction workers uncovered human remains while digging the hotel's foundation. One story tells of an evil entity which shows itself as a black mass with glowing red eyes. A maintenance man working on the hotel's theater stage reported that the black mass rushed after him, knocking him off of his feet. He awoke 2 days later and never returned. The drowning pool is another hot spot. In the 1700s and early 1800s, 7 women were accused of being witches. Back in those days, one method of proving witchcraft or not was tying rocks to their feet and throwing them in the water to see if they would float or not. If they sank, they were deemed innocent. Talk about a lose-lose situation. The 7 accused women were thrown into a lagoon on the island between Mission Point and downtown Mackinac. All sank and drowned. Legend says the women haunt the waters to this day. Visitors report seeing mysterious splashing, shadows, and dark figures floating above the surface. Fort Mackinac is a Revolutionary War-era fort on the island and a popular tourist site. Visitors have reported strange orbs and pictures. In the hospital, some have felt feelings of sadness and have seen apparitions of phantom limbs. The sound of crying babies is often heard, along with mysteriously moved furniture and motion detectors set off with no one around. At the officers' stone quarters, ghostly children are said to be playing with toys, leaving them thrown around the floor in the morning. Mission Point Resort was home to the Moral Realignment, a religious movement started in the 1930s. It was built in the 1950s. The resort's popular ghost story is that of a man named Harvey who died in the late 1960s. The story goes, Harvey, who was dealing with a broken heart, shot himself behind the resort and wasn't discovered until 6 months later. But some believe there is more to Harvey's story, that perhaps he was killed. Harvey is often reported in Mission Point's theater, where visitors have reported being pinched or poked. A woman claims that while she was visiting a hotel on the island, she experienced some paranormal activity. She was alone in the hotel room when the bathroom door closed and the lights turned off. She never returned to the room alone.
All right, gentlemen, I want you to repeat after me, just how I do it. Ready? Your turn. Very good. Go ahead now. Good golly.